Hello there. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to identify pullbacks the right way. All right. A lot of people have come to me and asked that they find it difficult to identify pullbacks, and this makes them not to know exactly when to join in on the continuation of an existing trend. If you do not know what a pullback is simply a temporary correction after an impulsive move and before a continuation of an existing trend, meaning that of course, you know that price would not just continue to go up all the way up without any balance or without any retracement. Same also, a trend is not just going to continue dropping. It's not just going to continue selling. It is going to occasionally give an opportunity to rest, for maybe the buyers to rest or the sellers to rest. So we want to join in on the continuation of that trend when it is done, when price is done with its corrective movement. All right, so that is basically the pullback. Now a lot of people find it difficult to identify what a pullback is, right? And also a lot of people find it difficult to identify when we are done with the pullback so that they can continue with the trend, right? So that they can find a good spot to, or a good point of interest to trade from, to join in the existing trend. Okay, so let's just go right into it. But before that, let's take the disclaimer. I will be right back. So without wasting much time, let's get started. Do well to watch this video to the end so that you get every single thing that I'll be sharing with you in this video, because I'm sure that it's going to help you in your trading business. Now, of course, when we are in a downtrend, we are seeing swings, or we are seeing candlesticks giving heavy sell candles, whatever your sell candle is. In this case, I'm using the red candle, right? So in that case, I want to be seeing where we have protected highs. What I mean by protected high, this is a protected high because price has not come back to take it out, right? We do not expect price to come back and take take the high of this candle out. Same also this, right? Same also, this is also protected. This is also protected, right? So what happens when we now see maybe a green candle, right? What happens when we now see a green candle of this sort? Let me take one from here, clone that, and let's say we see something like this. Let's say we see something like this, a buy movement, right? This cannot be considered as a valid pullback. The reason is the last candle, the last sell candle, the last, whatever the color of your sell candle is, the last sell candle has not, the high of the last sell candle has not been taken out, right, by this green candle, by this buy movement. So until this high is taken out, we cannot say that there has been a valid pullback. All right, we cannot say that there has been a valid pullback. All right, it is until price comes back to maybe use either a single candle or a series of candles and comes here to take out the high of this candle, right, the high of this last sell candle. That is when we can now say that a valid pullback has occurred. Okay, and then that is where we now start saying, okay, maybe price is coming into a premium zone that we can then sell from. All right, of course, we don't want to sell from a discount zone, right? We want to sell from a premium zone to get the best out of this trade. If you have not watched my video on premium and discount and how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool to identify it, I'll link that up maybe somewhere above or in the description, but just check that out. It will help you to better understand what I'm going to be saying in this video. All right, so it is pretty simple, right? It is pretty simple. In a downtrend, you want to be looking out for the highs of the swings, right? The highs of the swing, or the candles, right? Let's pay attention here. The candles that form that downtrend, right? The last candle right there, the last candle. If you see a buy candle coming there, right? If you see a buy candle right there, but it has not taken out the high of that candle, a valid pullback has not occurred. All right, a valid pullback has not occurred, right? So it is best that you just wait for price to take it out, and then you know that okay, price is coming into a discount zone and price is gearing towards continuing that existing sell movement, right? Just the same thing I've explained, just apply that to um a buy trend. Of course, in an uptrend, we want to only see price continue to take out the highs of uh candles, or the highs of the swings, right, that it is forming. We want to see price constantly taking it out, right? We don't want to see it taking out the lows. The lows of these candles, the lows of all of these candles are being protected. What I mean by protected, if price has not come down to take it out, right? We have not seen a movement like this. We haven't seen a movement like this, like price coming to take this out and then continuing, right? So this is, let me take this out. So the lows of all of these candles, now I'm talking about a buy movement. Now the lows of these candles are being protected, rather. The lows of these candles are being protected. So even if I see a sell candle right here, even if I see a sell candle right here, somewhere close to this, let me fill that up to make it clearer. So even if I see a red candle here, if I see a sell candle, not necessarily a red, depends on what you set your candlesticks to be on your chart. Okay, so until I see a movement like this of price taking out the lows, right? It doesn't matter if it is a body or a wick, right? Until I see price takes out the low of this buy candle, right? That is when I can now say, okay, a valid pullback has occurred, right? And we should be getting towards continuing the trend. We can then, maybe if you are a day trader, you can then scale down to the lower time frame and then look for your POIs, any POI that you trade. Some people trade fair value gaps. I mean, smart money, SMC traders, they trade FVGs, which is fair value gap. They trade other blocks, they trade unmitigated wicks, and so on and so forth. But that's not the essence of this video. So basically, that's what you want to look out for, right? That swing that has been created, that you can easily identify, right? If it is in a downtrend, if it is in a downtrend, go over to the last candle that formed that swing. Go over to the last candle that formed that swing and ask yourself, has price actually taken out the high of that last candle? All right. So also, if you are in an uptrend, you are trying to identify a valid pullback in an uptrend, just go over to the swing high, the last candle there that formed that last swing high, the last candle of the swing high. Ask yourself, has price actually taken out the low of that candle, right? Has price actually taking out the low of that candle? Because sometimes you may see that price will just be giving side. Even if you go over to the lower time frame, let's assume we are in the 4-hour time frame, you will just see price giving different candlesticks that are not actually taking out the high or the low of this candle. They're just giving sideways. Different candles are just forming right here. They're not taking out the high of this last candle. They are not also taking out the low of this candle, right? So it is important that you know where the pullback is, right? So it will be easy for you to enter, because if you don't get it right, if you don't get the pullback right, it may just be that the whole of this to this is just one leg, right? It's just one leg, right? And that's, you don't just want to enter anywhere. You don't just want to enter anywhere. You want to enter at a discount zone if we are in an uptrend, or you want to enter in a premium zone if we are in a downtrend, right? So it may just be that price is just giving sideways movement. It's not taking out, let me take this away. It's not taking out, this is in an uptrend now. In an uptrend, this is what I want to zoom that out, so you see what I'm saying. This is my candle of interest. This green candle right here is my candle of interest. I want, for me to say that there has been a valid pullback in this movement, I want to see price close below this, like this, right? So anything that price is doing and it continues to create more candles that are not taking out the highs or the lows of this last green candle right here, I won't consider it as a valid pullback. I will not consider it as a valid pullback. All right, because let's use this. What we are looking for, of course, this is an uptrend, right? So we are looking for impulsive movement, correction, continuation, right? Impulsive movement right here, that's A, right? Impulsive movement, uh this is A, this is the B, and this is the C right here. It may just be that price is just, this is just one entire movement, one leg movement, right? If you're unable to spot the pullback, it will be difficult for you to know when the correction is over. The correction here, I mean B, when B is over, and you wouldn't know when to look for opportunity to enter into C, right? You wouldn't see where to get an opportunity to enter into this movement here of C, right? From here all the way to this place, right? So it is important for you to be able to identify or spot the pullback, right? So let's go over to the charts. I believe this is clear. If this is for an uptrend, this is, you can also see it in a downtrend. The impulsive sell movement, the correction, which is a little buy movement, temporary correction, which is a little buy movement that is not able to take out this last high, right? A small corrective movement, and then the continuation, right? So this is, again, this is the A, right here. Sorry, this is the A, this is the B, the correction, and then this is the C, right? So once price gives you the A, we're looking for the B. Wherever the B ends, if we're able to spot where the B is, all we have to do is to look for a POI, a point of interest. If you don't know what a POI is, a point of interest, and then we ride on with the C, which is the continuation. It's pretty clear. Identifying pullbacks is actually really simple. Okay, so let's go over to the charts. Let's go over to the charts. Let's see if we can find some of it here, right? Let's see if we can, let's use this. So let's take it from here to here, and let's see if we are able to spot the impulsive moves, the corrective movement, which is the pullback, and then finally the continuation, right? Finally the continuation. So you can see right here, there has been one movement right here. There has been one movement here, from here to here, from here to here. I don't know if you can see this. I think, let me zoom out a bit. I think this is good, right? You can see that the highest candle here, right? The highest candle here, price actually closed below it, right? Price actually closed below the highest candle of this movement, right? This movement right here, let me use the path tool. This movement right here, from this low to this high, there was a correction, right? There was a correction right here, and then you can see that this sell candle here, a candle actually came and closed right above it, right? A candle actually came and closed right above it, and then gave us a corrective movement. All right, it gave us a corrective movement. So this is the impulsive movement, this is the correction, and then this is the continuation, right? This is the continuation. So this is our A, This is our A, this is our B. I don't know if that is a bit tacky. And this is our C. Okay, this is our A, this is our A right here, this is our B. You can see that the highest candle here, right, it's another candle closed below it, right, and then it didn't come to take out this low, right. It didn't come to take out this low. You can see this low is still protected because now it is an uptrend. This low is still protected, right? And then it gave a correction, a corrective movement, which is the pullback. Now I know that this pullback has ended where the lowest candle here, the candle that came lowest, let me take this out too. Let me take this out. You can see the lowest candle right here. The lowest candle right here, this one right here, right. This other candle came and took out the high of this candle, so I can say that yes, this pullback is over. So I would want to be looking for an opportunity now to buy, right, to continue in this C movement. All right, to continue in this C movement. Okay, and then you can see price coming here again to do the same thing, right. You can see price coming here again to do the same thing right here. Price came all the way to this point. This is the highest point price came to. I think these 3 candlesticks. You cannot call here a valid pullback, right. You cannot call here a valid pullback. Now this is the highest point price came into, because these 3 candlesticks are actually at the top. Now even before price started giving us all of these movements, right, when price was here, when price was right here, you cannot call this place a valid pullback, right. You can't call this place a valid pullback because price is still trading within this zone, right. Price is still trading within these candlesticks. You can see what I said in the illustration before. Let's before all of this movement happened, let's cut it out and let's see what we have here. Okay, so right here where this candle is, right, even if we scale down to the lower time frame, okay, even if we scale down to the lower time frame, of course this sell candle, you will see a series of buy and sell candles that make up this sell candle on the 30 minutes time frame. I mean, if you scale down to maybe the 5 minutes time frame or the 3 minutes time frame or the 15 minutes time frame, this candlestick, you're going to see that it is more than one candlestick, right. But at the end of the day, all of them did not take out the low of this candle. Why am I paying attention to this candle right here? Because it was the candle that formed the highest point of this swing. All right, is the candle that formed the highest point of this swing. Okay, its low is still protected. Its low is still protected, which means this other candlestick or series of candlesticks, that's if you are looking at it from the lower time frame, the series, this candlestick or the series of candlesticks right here have not been able to take out the low of this candlestick, right, this candlestick right here, until the low is taken out before I can then say okay, a valid pullback has occurred. Okay, so let's see what price continue to do. Right, you can see right here it has taken it out. I think it was still giving some manipulation, but now you can see that it has finally taken it out. Okay, it has finally taken it out. So let's see something right here. You can see that after price came to give that movement, after taking the low of this buy candle, it came and gave a sell candle. Now once I see that a candle has closed above the lowest point, right, once you can see that price came here, created this sell candle right here, and still came and pushed down all the way to this side. Even though it is a buy candle, just pay attention to the candle that formed the lowest point of that movement, right. I'm looking for the candle that formed the lowest point of that movement. Okay, so that's exactly what I want to. Now you can see that this is the lowest candle right here, right. This is the lowest candle right here, right. Price came, not only did it took out the low of this candle, It took out the low of this candle and still came and closed above it, right? Closing above it now shows me that yes, that this pullback is over. So I can then maybe scale down to the lower time frame and look for an entry point, right? You can see that after it was done with this movement, it just continued to buy up, right? So it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. If you don't find the pullback, it may just be that that is just one leg, right? It may just be that that is the A movement, and if you're unable to spot where there is a retracement, you find it difficult to enter at discount zones. If we are in an uptrend, if we are in a downtrend, you find it difficult to enter at your premium and discount zones help you to get the best out of your trade, all right? They help you to get the best out of your trade. So let's see if we can find this on the sell move, right? Is pretty simple. This is a sell movement right here. These are sell. This is one leg, right? This is one leg. Now look at the lowest points that price formed in this one leg movement, which is here. Hold on, which is here. Let me look for horizontal ray, which is here. All right. After this movement, price came and closed right above the candle that formed the lowest point of this swing low, right? It closed above it. Okay, it closed right here above it. Now I have seen that, okay, yes, it has gone into a zone where it is trying to now look for how to continue the trend. Okay, then what is my confirmation? The candle that formed the highest point here, I think it is these two candles actually form the highest points. Okay, no, this candle right here, this is it a doji candle? Yeah, a doji candle. I'm talking about this candle right here, right? Was the candle that formed the highest point. Let me mark that out. Was the candle that formed the highest point. Okay, so I want to be looking out for, if price continues to close above it, forming another candle that has another high. Let me change that to a green, a purple candle. So let's say this is what we have. Okay, so let's say price came after giving this high. The next candle that formed after it, price did not close below it. Price came and closed above it, giving us other buy candles, right? Giving us other buy candles that continue to form above this candle. A pullback has not occurred, but you can see that what the price do here, price came and that candle that we have identified as the highest, as the candle that formed the highest point, right? Price came and closed below it, right? So I know that yes, this pullback is over. If price continue to form candles above this highest point, or the candles were unable to adjust trading within this range, within the high and the low of this candle, I hope you are able to see this, within the if price has been forming, let's take this out too so we don't get confused. So our candle of interest here is this one right here, and you can see that I have marked out the low and the high of this candle. If price continue to form candles, well, it doesn't matter now whether they are sell or buy candles, but as long as price continues to trade within this range, right, continues to trade within the high and the lows of this range, it is not considered a pullback. But then you can see that price actually gave us a successful pullback here, which is this other candle that came to close below the candle that gave us the highest point, which is this candle. This candle came and closed below this candle, right? You can see that yes, a pullback has successfully occurred. Okay, and then we should be looking for an opportunity to continue the sell movement. Remember, the move we are looking for is A, move B, move C, depending on the market trend. Okay, so like I always say, make sure you always go and practice. Make sure you practice so that you know, so that when you just open your chart, you are able to instantly spot where the pullback is and be able to join the market. All right, that will be all for today. If you have enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Please drop your comments in the comments below. In another video, I'm going to extensively talk about how to use pullback, or how to use the pullback trading strategy, right? If you want to learn about that video, click here and I'll see you in the next one.